Shalom, shalom. Start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shabbat Mamawan back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is called Spiritual Moment. All right, and this is gonna be real quick. It was just something I was thinking about, because I went to go pay Shabbat Shalom, Bashem Yahshua Brakatah. I went to go pay bills yesterday, and I went to go pay my rent, and I paid rent to an actual Amalekite. All right, which every time I see his face, I don't even I don't want to pay him shit. All right, but yeah, I went to go pay my my rent yesterday, and I went to pay it to somebody else, not the actual guy that I normally pay it to. So he sent me to somebody, which some new guy I just ended up giving it over to, and he worked in a certain place where he came out of nowhere and gave me all these gifts, you know, and it's crazy because I started thinking right off the rip, like spiritually, that's what's gonna end up happening anyway. When we take over the kingdom, when Yahushua takes over this kingdom, all right, and establishes righteousness upon the earth, all right, you're gonna have all these heathens, all right, they're gonna come and bring us gifts, man. They're gonna be hunting for gifts to give to us, they're gonna give everything to us, and everything that we ever lost is gonna be given back to us. So that was like just one of the first things I thought. I thought it was a very spiritual moment just for him to give me all these gifts. He gave me watches, he gave me glasses, like high-end stuff, like real Michael Kors purses, and he gave me Ralph and Lauren glasses that were like, a lot of money worth, watches, everything. And I'm just like, what is this for? And in my head, he's just giving it to me just because I went to go pay the rent to this guy all of a sudden. But one of the things that was real spiritual, and this will show you, how the Lord gives us signs of what times we're in. All right. But he gave me this right here. All right. And this is it's an actual wallet. Okay. But what was crazy about it, which I'm actually gonna get rid of it because I don't trust shit like that. And at the end of the day, scriptures say, trust not your enemy. All right. But this is what type of wallet it is. If you can read what it says, which I'm sure. Hold on, let me cover that. See, I don't know if you guys can actually read it, but it says RFID wallet information. Okay. And basically it's a wallet with a RFID, Rice Krispie treat in it, basically. And then on top of that, he gives me this. This was so spiritual about it. It's like out of all things, look at the things that he ended up giving to me. Now this is to scan you on your forehead. All right, which it's to scan your it's a thermometer that scans your temperature. But it was very spiritual that at that moment, out of all the things he got in this building, whatever he got in there that he sells, all this crazy shit, he gives me an RFID wallet, all right, and an actual thermometer where you scan the forehead of somebody, all right. And the first thing I instantly thought was like, that's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai showing on to us, showing me we're about to enter into these times, man. And we've been known this because we see what's going on in the news, constantly as watchmen. We're telling you what's going, the play-by-play basically of what's to come to happen. All right. But it was just even more spiritual just to get those gifts at that moment. All right. Which, like I said, I'm gonna get rid of that RFID wallet because that means that wallet could be tracked. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, first thing I thought was like, this damn devil could be setting me up, fuck around and tell somebody I stole that shit, and then boom, knocking on my door and they find this damn wallet in my house, But I'm pretty sure that's not what the case was. All right, but still, like I said, I don't trust the enemy at all. All right, but very spiritual. They gave me an RFID wallet, and a thermometer to scan your forehead, because that's what's about to happen. You see, we're about to enter into the time where they're gonna make this Rice Krispie treat mandatory, man, and you're gonna either have to have it on your right hand or on your forehead, man. All right, and you're gonna be scanned. That's exactly what's gonna be happening. Everywhere you go, there's gonna be some type of scan. All right, for your forehead, for your hand. Okay, and there's no way around it, because we're entering into time of that true fourth industrial revolution. All right, of getting rid of all this old world order, and bringing in the new world order. All right, so I just wanted to bring out quick Revelations 13 to 16, as always. Okay, um, because that's exactly the time that we're about to enter into. And it says Revelations 13 to 16, and it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and we understand that MARK, all right, goes into what? That charagma. All right, and I'm gonna break it down again. And I've done many lessons on breaking this down, but you never know who's new that's watching. All right, so that MARK goes into charagma. All right, which charagma goes into a stamp or an imprinted mark of MARK stamped on the forehead or on the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Hamashiach. So this is why we continually tell you not to not to take this device, because one, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices at the end of the day. All right, and you can't trust this enemy. All right, so what he wants to do is make you this slave by branding you, all right, with his brand, with his actual technology, to literally monitor everything that's in your body, all right, under the skin, monitor your location, monitor how you breathe, monitor your thoughts, because he actually wants to tap in to our thoughts. One, because we have that spiritual gene, all right, that they don't have. They want to know what it's really like to be spiritual, man, deep in the mind. All right. See, we have an actual power to prey upon. We actually have a power, all right, that protects us. So they want to know what it's like, because it's really going down to them trying to tap into the men of the Lord's mind, man, to know what it's like to be on a spiritual aspect. Okay. So it says a mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Hamashiach. All right, the Antichrist, the mark branded upon horses. Yeah, because that's how they used to brand horses back in the day, to show that it was what? That it was their property. So they're going to, the same way the Lord, all right, has his valued property of the Israelites, you got Esau that wants to make you his property, his possession, you see, and throw it in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's faith at the end of the, face at the end of the day. All right, basically saying, ha ha, look what I have made your people do. Bow down to me. I am their God. Okay. It says thing carved, sculpture, graven work, or of idolatrous images, because that's what it is going to be. It's going to be a thing carved into the actual skin. All right. That's why when you go into the Strong's definition, it says a scratch or etching. You see, because that's what you're going to scratch on the surface of your right hand. Okay. They're going to carve it into your actual body. All right. And we're not supposed to, like it tells you in Leviticus, we're not supposed to make any cuttings into our flesh. You know, that's against the word of the of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. So going in from that, the word charagma goes into the word karax. Okay. Which says a pale or a stake, a palisade or a rampart. Okay. Pale or a stake, meaning what? Because that's what they're going to use to actually scratch into the surface and etch into the surface with a pale or a stake, which the needle that they use is in the shape of a cross. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut into your flesh and push that that Rice Krispie treat into your body, into your skin. All right. It says through the idea of scratching for karax. All right. It says to sharpen to a point. You see. So it's a sharp image that's going to have a point on it, and it's going to scratch into the surface of your skin, okay? And it's going to be what? It says by implication. See, it's going to be implemented inside your actual skin, okay? It says a palisade or a rampart, military mound for circumvallation, circumvallation, and a siege. It says a trench. Okay. Going into that word, okay, the word Karax goes into Karaso. Okay. I mean, not Karaso, Grapho, Salakia. And going into Grapho, it says to write with reference to the form of the letters, all right, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or material. Yeah, because what they're going to be doing is delineating letters. Like, you know, first thing I think of is the Matrix. When you will watch the movie The Matrix, you will always see, you know, across the screen, you will see nothing but letters dripping down, trickling down, all right, in which that was representing data that was being given on to them. So they're going to be able to delineate letters, all right, on a tablet. All right, what is used with a tablet today? You know, Wi-Fi. You know, with a tablet, you go to these hospitals, you go to these businesses. They do everything off a fucking computer and tablet nowadays. All right, which at the end of the day, they want to turn you into the ultimate tablet. Okay, the ultimate computer, the ultimate phone. All right, it says parchment. All right, let me see what this word parchment is. The definition of parchment goes into a stiff, flat, thin material made from the prepared skin of an animal and used as a durable writing surface in an ancient and medieval times. All right, so it says a manuscript written on parchment. So basically, it's just like a piece of some type of something that you can write on. All right, take notes on. Okay. Let's see, I'm just seeing what else it says. Another word for parchment. All right, leather scroll. Okay, which I understand where they're going with it. All right. But now let's move on. It says to write with reference to the contents of the writing to express in written characters. Yeah, because now you're gonna no need. You're not gonna have to have any type of paper nowadays. Nowadays you're not gonna need the tablets no more because we ourselves are gonna be with the information within us and just being scanned. Everything that has a computer, all right, technology, it's gonna go back to an actual database. And I did a video a while back on building 666, which is out there in I believe it's in Finland, around there, Sweden, around there. And basically all the data that ever comes out of your phone gets taken to that actual data system out there. All right. And it's crazy that it's actually called building 666. All right, to show you that these things is real, man. And as a matter of fact, what did it tell you in the scriptures? Matter of fact, let me go right back to that. In Revelations 13 and 16, it said, I'm gonna grab it at 17, 13 and 18. 17 says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the MARK or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. And we understand that 666 goes into what? Chi Phi stigma, which that means, when you go into stigma, it's an actual going into the let me grab that real quick. Stigma goes into let's see if I can grab it from here. Give me 1 second. Stigma goes into it's not letting me go through here. Oh, stigma goes into G4742. It says a marked pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked or cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. You see? And that's what it is. It's basically you, all right, pricking yourself to show that Esau is your master, okay? You're calling yourself a slave to Esau's rulership. All right. And it says, who stamped themselves in this way with the token. It said, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. Yeah. Because some of these people are just doing it for the hell of it. They want you to know that they actually worship Satan. They want you to know that they worship Esau. All right. And they're going to do it without a problem. All right. But the rest of them are not going to do it, you know, fall down and bow down to the system. They're going to be resisting that. And we're gonna have to resist all the way till death, man. If it means death, all right. Some of us will be martyrs in this truth, man. We will be beheaded for the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay. Now going back, all right. Let me finish that out in Revelations 13. Okay, and going back into that word grapho. All right, you had charagma, then it went into charax, and then charax goes into grapho, and it says back to write with reference to the contents of the writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down and record. You see, they're going to be able to record your every single step. Every single thing that you're doing is going to be recorded. There's going to be no such thing as privacy. Why they're going to do these things? So it's not forgotten. All right. You ain't never going to have to remember any of this shit anymore. No passwords, none of that. It's all going to be in that MOTB. All right. In that Rice Krispie treat. It says, used of those things which stand written in the sacred books, okay, of the Old Testament, to write to one by writing in a written epistle to give information and directions. You see, this MOTB is going to be able to, you know, give information from one place to another. Transfer. You're going to be able to wire. You're going to be able to Wi-Fi transfer information from me to you. You know, damn. They're gonna it's gonna literally transfer everything right in front of you. All right. As a matter of fact, there was a video I did maybe about a month ago. It was based on the lawyers are now actually getting these MOTBs put in their brain because they want to be able to pull up your file, all right, and never have to remember by writing, all right, everything down. They want to remember it by actual just through the mind and connect it to the system, and boom, your whole entire file comes up. All right, they could bring up your whole case before the judge right in front of you, man, without paper, without, you know, recorded documents. Everything is just right there in front of your face through an actual Wi-Fi transfer of your information from one thing to another. All right, it says directions. Yeah, because we're going to be like a GPS. All right, they're going to be able to pinpoint your location at all times. There's going to be no more, let me jump on my phone and find the direction to this place. You know, I myself can do it now. And just my mind will tell me, all right, how to get there without even knowing, because you have a GPS in your damn body, man. You have turned yourself into the GPS. All right. It says to fill with writing, to draw up in writing and compose. Yeah. Because now you're going to be able to compose whatever you want in a person's body. All right. Just like in the Matrix, you had Neo that he will go out there and he will get plugged up to the system. And if they wanted him to learn how to fly a damn plane, he would just put it right. They would transfer the information from the computer into his mind, you see, and be able to what? He'd be able to compose whatever he wanted in his mind to actually do that. Another movie is called Chappie. That movie is a serious movie right there. Chappie shows you how basically if you were to die, they were able to record all your thoughts, everything that was in your mind, and record it onto an actual USB. All right. And then basically plug it into a whole nother system, and you will live on through them just taking your information and being able to bring it back out. So basically, with all this transhumanism that they want to do, all right, and make everybody cyborgs, they can just take your data from your brain, your thoughts, right? And if you die, they put you into a computer that's made as a transhumanism, all right? A cyborg. They could take you, a whole nother cyborg, and put your thoughts and your ways right into that computer. You had Elon Musk basically telling you that there's going to be no more such thing as death. And this is this damn devil trying to play the role of God, man. He's trying to be that like it tells you in let me grab that, Second Thessalonians. All right. Second Thessalonians 2 and 4. All right. And it says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, because that's the pride of this damn that's the pride of his heart that's going to deceive him, man. That he literally calls himself above the Lord, man. It says, or that is worshipped, yeah, because he wants you to what? Bow down to him in his presence and worship him. All right. This is why he's gonna come out with the coolest fucking technology. You know, the things that are gonna keep you in that loophole of believing that Esau is that fucking power, that man that could just make anything happen, man. All right. It says, or that is worshipped, so that he as God, meaning power, sitteth in the temple of God, which is us. We are the temple of the Lord, man, because our bodies is the temple. So how's he going to sit in your temple? He's going to sit in your temple with the actual technology that he's going to give us, man. That MOTB, that Rice Krispie treat, sitting in your body and being able to detect every single step that you do. Okay. It says showing himself that he is power, that he is God, that he thinks he is the most high, man. And we've seen articles come out where these devils will literally be blasphemous right in front of the Lord, man, and be like, well, we're over God now. There is no God. God could stop rain, but we can make rain. You know, that's the type of shit that these damn devils is on, man. All right. And there's no way you're gonna get around it. You're gonna see this devil's horns more and more, worse and worse, which we're seeing it right now. And this is, I feel strongly why, you know, through the spirit, you know, the Lord just showed me this whole, you know, this whole little, you know, for me to bring a testimony out on it. How this, and it was an Amalekite that gave it to me. What, since when do you see Amalekites giving our people things, man? He just literally hooked me up with all these types of different gifts. All right. And they were all good gifts. And I, you know, I took them. Thank you. Appreciate it. Whatever. All right. Could care less, but thank you. Appreciate it. But the two gifts out of all that was mad spiritual was that he gave me an RFID wallet, all right, and then this right here to scan your forehead, man. And that was it right there. That was the Lord letting me know through the spirit, this is about to come. This is about to happen, you know. So pretty much that's something I just wanted to share, you know, through the spirit. It wasn't gonna be a long video at all. I just thought it was very spiritual that I got out of all gifts. He gave me purses, you know, Michael Kors purses, watches. He gave me a bunch of Ralph Lauren glasses, like real nice glasses, expensive glasses and everything. And then all of a sudden I get on top of that two RFID wallets and a scanner for your head, you know, to scan your temperature. What is watches and purses and glasses got to do with them two things? You know what I'm saying? It was mad spiritual. All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to, you know, let you know. So, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So, with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith as always, enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. All right. Remember, everything in life, when it comes to this truth, is spiritual, man. All right. So, shalom, shalom.